Hello. I'm a bit a minute early, but, you know, I think it's fine. Hello, Grazer. Hello, wish you all well. Well, we'll be as well as we can be. We're finally doing the, story mode for the raid, so that's... that. I don't know how else to explain or elaborate on that business, but yeah. Is what it is, you know. We're gonna have to deal, and that'll be fun. I do have a friend who's been telling me about Witcher stuff, that's pretty cool, that we got a trailer now for the expansion. I don't know when the date is for that, but depending if we get a date, depending on that, you know, a Witcher replay might happen. I'm here first. You are here first. I don't think I've seen anyone else, but there are people in the chat besides us. At least according to my data. Oh, that's interesting. They revamped the whole game, apparently. There. Hello, the big idea. What's the big idea? Yeah. So we're gonna hop right into it. Let's just pull the band-aid straight off. We're gonna do the story mode. We already know what's gonna happen. We already know to be angry about John. If it's okay with everyone, since we already watched it, and it's really, I don't like the cinematic, and I've already seen it enough as it is, so when the cinematic plays, I am not going to watch it. Usually, I watch every cinematic when it plays, when it's, you know, we're playing through it. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, let's watch it. We're not gonna do that today. I'm putting my foot down on this one. I do not want to rewatch it. I've already seen it enough. I do not like it. It makes me mad. And, yeah, I'd rather just not. Rest in peace, John. Zul'aman was the best character of Midnight. I don't know what they're doing. I really hope that the criticism, the backlash, everything will result in, him returning, but we'll have to see. Who's your favorite non-Geralt Witcher? Vesemir. Vesemir for sure. I love Vesemir. I've always been, when it comes to characters, I gravitate towards, like, either, I don't know, like, young protagonists, or, characters like Thrall, characters like Rexar, I don't know, characters who are very noble, right? But also just characters, who are, you know, just old dudes kicking ass. So Vesemir has always been pretty good. It's okay, Witcher 3 is back? Awesome! Awesome! That's something that I can look forward to, Blue. Witcher 3 is my favorite game of all time, so, the fact that I get to be excited about playing Witcher 3 again, is worth it, I guess. That'll be in the cards for later. There's so many games I need to finish, though, before we get to Witcher 3, but Witcher 3 is on the menu, again, so, yay. Anyways, let's go through the mud. Let's go through the mud. Let's get this over with. Let's pull the band-aid off. I really hope I don't have to do the... I don't know what fights. I hope it's just Ula'tek. I literally hope it's just Ula'tek. The Tomb of Ula'tek. Well, it's called the Tomb of Ula'tek, so... hey, maybe. Okay. Dang it! Dang it! We have to do the Malacross fight too. Gosh darn it. Alright, okay, alright, okay, alright. Oh god, they killed my pet. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the tank do their job. Why is story mode hard? Healers, do your jobs, you AI wannabes. Whoa. I just want to do, like, is it bad I want, like, 2 variants of the story mode, where one is just, like, you skip and just... You get the... Like, the cutscene or whatever. Like, I don't mind, like, being able to do the raid, but, like... I don't know. They're revamping the entire combat system and ability tree for the remaster update, and if you own the base game, you get the 2 expansions for free. Oh, hell yeah! I don't have to spend money! I get things for free? Songs of the Past from the interview will probably be like $10 or $15. Okay, so it isn't for free, but that's for $10 to $15, that's a deal. Like, I was willing to spend like $50, $80 for this game, because Witcher is good quality. They got good stuff over there. Like, anytime someone asks me if they should play Witcher, I will always recommend it. But the fact that is a really good deal, Blue. Holy moly. I'm happy about that. What the hell? Where do you come from? I'm genuinely hoping Blizz brings Zul'aman back. It would save Midnight to me. Barring Astalor, I don't care about anyone else in this expansion. I really think that they did Lor'themar really dirty in Midnight. Like, Lor'themar and Lady Liadrin were my 2 favorite Blood Elves. But after this expansion, they've really soured me on both of them. I think with specifically with Lor'themar, it's just that they don't use him enough. And, like, I understand his hatred for the Amani. That's fine, whatever. I mean, that makes sense for him, because he lost his eye. Did he lose his eye to the Amani? I think he lost it to the Scourge or the Amani. I forget. I don't remember. It's been a minute. I forget what he lost his eye to. But I know there's history there. Whatever, that's fine. But I think Liadrin's, like, criticism to Zul'aman, no. And her constantly going, you need to kill Zul'aman. With the Elven Unity, I mean, the Elven Unity is a part of it, but I just don't think they use Lor'themar enough. Like, he is the Lord of the Blood Elves. He is the Regent Lord of the Blood Elves. He's their leader. And when you have Turalyon doing more than him, Liadrin doing more than him, all these characters that are technically beneath him in rank doing more, like, he's kind of just the organizer, and that's fine on some level. Like, I feel like that's okay initially, but if you never kind of delve into the character and not really use him, I don't think that's good. I think Lor'themar needed to be used more, and I think Liadrin needed to be used less. Like, I honestly think that they should have swapped their roles, actually. I think that Lady Liadrin should have been the organizer with, like, the Army of the Light and the Blood Elves forces or something, and Lor'themar should have been, like, out in the field, because that's very in character of him. I was kind of hoping Lor'themar was going to be, christened the new king. They were alluding to that back in Shadowlands. Well, I'm not crazy about that one, but whatever. It's just like how Bolvar was severely underused in Shadowlands despite technically being the poster boy. Exactly. That is a very good, analogy there, Underhaven. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. It's, they have Bolvar and Lor'themar as poster children for these expansions, but they don't do jack. All they do is kind of organize and tell us where to go, and it's like, whatever, okay. And I like Lor'themar. Lor'themar, like I said, he is my favorite Blood Elf character. Mr. Pandaria really did an amazing job with him. I'd go as far to say Battle for Azeroth and Shadowlands and beyond have used him pretty well, but the one time that he could be the main character for an entire expansion, they don't do him very well. And, like, I mean, it is a part of it. I'm very Amani biased. I love the Amani. I like Zul'aman. So when Lor'themar is being like, screw the Amani, it's not a great look, but I understand his mentality, at least. Eretor taking charge for the Elven Unity. Yes, that is a problem. I don't like it. I don't like Eretor. I don't like Eretor at all. Eretor, at least with Liadrin and Lor'themar, I already liked them, and I still like them a little bit still, even if I have problems with them. Am I going the wrong way? No, I'm not. I don't think I am. think we're going... We need to go this way? I have no idea where I'm going. I'm yapping. Yeah, we're going the right way. Hi, Malacross. Am I recording this? Yes, I am. Okay. You don't... Yeah, I don't... I forget things sometimes. Alright. I really think they did Malacross dirty too. Like, he was the main villain for the patch, and he doesn't really get an ending. He kind of just dies unceremoniously. If I was... Oh, hi. There you go, Zojara. Do your thing.
You're too late, You're too late, Zul'jara. Zul'jan will spread Ula'tek's influence across all of Azeroth, and I will reign supreme.
Zul'jan! Zul'jan! What have you done?
I was wrong, Zul'jara. And now you must stop me, no matter the cost. After we deal with the pests, you're next, Zul'jara.
Bleh.
Break free! Hashura! Stop Malacross and save Zul'jan!
I wish. I wish I could save Zul'jan. I would like to. Can I? Any predictions for BlizzCon? I'm thinking we're gonna get some announcements regarding the final patch for Midnight. And then they're gonna lead right into the meat and potatoes, which is Last Titan. I cannot hear any of the gameplay. I can turn it up. Hold on. Let me know. Can you hear it now? I turned it way up now. Where was I? Check your DMs when you get a second. Sure. Okay, there's some cool images. Let me look at this. What the hell? Okay, that guy looks cool. Yo, why does... That looks... Oh, man, I'm so excited for the Witcher expansion. Thank you, Blue. Thank you for, honestly, you know it's bad when a separate game that, like, obviously I don't cover on the channel, but, like, I love a lot. It's probably a good thing, but it's also a bit of a bad thing when it's like, oh, man, that game looks so good. That game makes me feel good. I'm happy, you know? And then I'm playing this, and I'm like, I'm not happy. I'm not feeling great. I'm not doing good. Outside of the where was I? I was predicting BlizzCon stuff. Yeah, I think we're gonna get some Last Titan stuff. I think we're gonna get some teases. I think we're gonna get a cinematic regarding Last Titan. Either the Titans themselves, I'm guessing. Could be a Rudicron, could be Thrall, could be Anduin. We could get some shenanigans with those characters. Could be Xal'atath doing Xal'atath things. But yeah, I think we're gonna get some Last Titan announcements. I don't think they're gonna do a lot with the World Core announcements. I think we're gonna get like a little bit, but I don't think they're gonna lead too much into that. I think that there'll be a lot, you know, but I think like the main thing that they're gonna focus on for BlizzCon, I think they're going to definitely focus on Last Titan stuff. That's my predictions. I think we're gonna get some maybe details on our Delve companion, Rexar maybe. Ho ho. That'd be pretty great. Holy shit, imagine the Titans with cinematic models. Oh yeah. I think that'd be very cool. We already have a very good idea of what they look like, so yeah, I'm ooh, we could get Sargeras. Yo, that would be pretty dang cool. We could get Sargeras and Illidan in the Last Titan cinematic. Yo, that'd be great. That'd be cool. I hope Garrosh returns in Last Titan and shows he was always in the right. Lars, get a new hobby. Just get a new hobby at this point, dude. Like, Garrosh is not coming back. He's not coming back. He's never been in the right. He's been dead for, like, since Shadowlands. Since Worlds of Draenor. He's not coming back. You're not gonna get anything, like, out of me that, like, encourages your behavior, like, I'm just gonna, like, constantly be like, no. Like, Garrosh sucks. I'm saying it. I'm not even gonna, I'm ripping that band-aid off. Get a hobby. Garrosh has been dead forever, like, just find somebody else. Talk about Zul'aman, you know? Talk about Rexxar. Need a cinematic of Sargeras for real, right? Do what Underhaven's doing. Like, talk about what's relevant. Garrosh hasn't been relevant forever. Like, just stop. I can't, like, what more jokes do you want me to say about the guy, you know? Like, I can't even, like, it's just the same old shit. I think I'm tired of talking about Garrosh. I think I finally hit that point, Lars. You finally, like, you didn't really do anything different. You're just doing the usual shit, but, like, man, talk about Geralt of Rivia, yeah. Geralt of Rivia is pretty dang cool. Witcher's pretty good. Would we get the last Titan cinematic? We haven't even gotten the last patch trailer yet. What I'm saying, the big idea, is we would get a trailer for the World Core at BlizzCon. We would also get a teaser for Last Titan. Like, I feel like the plan is for this BlizzCon to just announce a ton of WoW shit. Like, I heard rumors that we're gonna get a Warcraft show. I heard rumors that we're gonna get an Arthas game. I heard rumors that we're gonna get news about Classic Plus. So, like, I think this BlizzCon is just gonna be nothing but Warcraft announcements and a few other things, maybe, with the other IPs or whatever. But yeah, I think this BlizzCon in particular, intentionally, is just gonna throw so many Warcraft things at us. And I think that includes Last Titan. Like, when else are they going to announce Last Titan stuff? They're not gonna wait next year. I don't even think we're gonna get a BlizzCon next year. I think the plan is to do this every 3 years now. Probably. That's my guess. Like, when else, like, the thing to me is, when else are they gonna announce Last Titan? Like, Gamescom? Gamescom is happening right now. Maybe they'll announce, I don't know. I personally think that this is the perfect time to announce the finale to the World Soul Saga, while also giving nods to Midnight's finale. I mean, if I'm being honest, everyone I've talked with, they're already kind of done with Midnight. They kind of are just like, let's just get to Last Titan already, you know? What do you think they could have done with Eretor differently? I think, for starters, I think that he needed far more development prior. That's the bit of the problem with him, is they're expecting a little bit too much with the character. Like, they're like, oh yeah, he's the main character for this saga. He's the main character for this expansion. It's just like, when? What? Who is this guy? That's like, it's the big, like, I've been playing Warcraft since Reign of Chaos, Frozen Throne, Wrath of Lich King. Eretor was introduced in Burning Crusade. Wasn't a character then. It took them, I think, all the way till Legion to finally start using him for stuff, and it's only for the Paladin Order Hall and the Argus campaign. And even in the Argus campaign, he didn't really use him that much. So, the problem with Eretor is they barely used him, and then Midnight's expecting us to treat him, like, with the same level of diligence as Anduin, as Lorthamar, as Turalyon. Like, Zul'aman is introduced in Midnight, and I'm already sold on him. Eretor had years to develop, had years for us to, like him, get to like him, and we just don't click with him. Or at least I don't click with him. So, when Midnight is trying its hardest to kind of, like, get us to understand Eretor, get us to like the character, and it fails, but they succeed with Zul'aman, who only has one zone and one patch, really, I think that says a lot. It would be cool if they did. I can really feel like Blizz is planning something big this year. Yeah. Well, I'm also a Zul'aman simp, and I want him to return in Last Titan and kick ass as well, possibly dueling with Rexxar. Well, there you go. There you go, Lars. Do more of that. I don't know, I'm not trying to be mean. I like Garrosh as a villain, but, like, I'm running out of things to say about him, even negatively. Like, it's just the same old, same old. I guess I'm just tired. Like, I legitimately think I am just tired of talking about the guy. Like, he's great. He's bad. He's a bad dude. Yeah, just let's talk about other things. That's all I'm asking for at this point. I'm serious. Like, I just can't joke about him as much anymore. I'm running out of juice. To be honest, I never even knew who Erator was before midnight. Exactly. Like, I've been playing this game for ages, and I was like, oh yeah, Erator's a character. I forgot about him. Like, when they introduced him in the War Within short story, and like, oh yeah, he's living in Silverman City, I was like, oh. Oh yeah. Why does Erator get the privilege inhaling oxygen while Zul'aman can't? It's absurd. True, true, true. Who are you talking about? I don't know. Who am I talking about? Garrosh Discord is so tired. I'm just... It's overdone. Like, I've said my piece about the dude. How many times now? It's just as... Anyways, let's do this fight so I can get this over with. I've kept saying let's rip this band-aid off, but then I yap for like a year. Alright, let's get Zul'aman. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry, buddy. I love you, man. I hate this design.
Watch your step.
I hate this. I hate how he looks. Where is everyone? Oh, there they are. Oh my god. My raid team! My raid team wasn't there with me. What are these guys doing? I was standing there for like 8 minutes yapping and they didn't come with me. Alright. Okay. He gets the privilege because he is pretty and a windrunner. Ew. Yeah, I'm very curious because, like, you know how I've already made videos. I tweet a lot. Social media. Like, I'm moving this back to Zul'aman in the discussion room because when else am I gonna talk about him? Damn, Khono, your raid team sucks. I agree.
Watch your step.
I'm very curious if they are going to bring Zul'aman back for Last Titan
Watch your step.
or beyond, like post-World Soul Saga. We can destroy the Quel'thelas Venom Orbs with Sever. Okay.
Watch your feet. Your feet.
Yeah, I'm very curious because, like, people really want this character back. Bro, where's Boxmas? He topped the damage meters, bro. Box is busy. Something about a burrito.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Oh, the misery.
Watch your feet.
Nobody wants to be Zul'aman's enemy. I feel like Vol'jin was only brought back because of fan demands. Yeah. So it's possible for Zul'aman. Exactly. It's the Vol'jin situation all over again, really. Alright, sorry Zul'aman, we're killing you again. I love you, buddy. Alright, get you, Molacross. Let's get this asshole. Honestly, they could easily bring him back. Oh yeah, I already did a video talking about it. Like,
Fixate on me.
bringing Zul'aman back isn't hard. Ah!
Shadow seeps deeper.
I don't want to be fixated. Stop fixating me. Look how they brought back Illidan. True, although that took them a minute.
Fixate on you.
Oh god, I got 2 fixations. My two fixations are Ridicron and Zul'aman right now. Imagine the hype they could do if they bring him back. Oh yeah. I think they have a very good opportunity on their hands.
Attack shield.
I wish Malacross got his own, like, death cutscene or something, right? Like, I feel like he deserved it, right?
Fixate on me.
Enough! Your body will serve me now.
Zul'aman, no!
I claim what was promised. I will return the Amani to the great empire it once was.
Hot take, I do like Zul'aman's snake form and think it looks great. I just wish it was a Worgen situation where you could switch between them at will. I mean, it could be interesting, but I don't like the design. It needs more of Zul'aman's original design for it to work.
Watch your step.
Like, this looks cooler, if I'm being honest. The Zul'aman Malacross form. We need to... I guess we need to damage Malacross. Any new features you were looking for in Last Titan? Any new races or classes you want? I would love... I would like, playable Tuskar, playable Drakari and Amani, playable Tonka, and playable Vrykul. I know that's a long list, and it is. I'm only expecting us to get maybe one of those, like Tuskar. Like, I think that'd be pretty great. I want bards and use the Radiant song so bad. I want Tinkers. I think Tinkers for goblins and gnomes would go really cool. I don't think we were supposed to kill Malacross that soon. Oh well.
Special coming. Watch your step.
I mean, he's possessing Zul'aman right now, so he's technically still alive. For now.
Watch your
Oh god. Tinkers would be great. Imagine a customized mech suit. Exactly. Oh, I killed a lot of my team with that. Oh well, they'll be fine.
Watch your step.
I call that a skill issue, you know? If Banneret can survive it, why didn't you? Alright. Bye, Malacross. And Zul'aman. My buddy. Why couldn't... Like, I don't understand, man. Like, here he is. He's alive, technically. I just don't understand the mentality of the entire patch is, we're going to save Zul'aman. Repeat stuff.
I'm sorry, Zul'aman. I have failed, Yaman.
Ula'tek's prison is open. We must deal with her before she escapes. I will remain here with my brother.
Like, all of this has some really good, like, build up into, in my opinion, not a death, but a survival, right? Like, the whole patch is building up to, we're gonna save Zul'aman, we're gonna get him out of here, he's gonna be great, he's gonna be fine, and they just don't do that ending. I don't understand the conclusion here. Like, what's the point? The conclusion is just really dour and sad and depressing, and we gain nothing.
But where is Ula'tek? We cannot let her or her brood escape and poison our world. A mother is always near her brood. If we could announce we are near her eggs.
Yeah, there's Malacross's dead body. Yeah, he didn't, like, Malacross got nothing. So, oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So, I think a perfect follow-up storyline for me, anyways, would be Zul'aman is in the other side, Bwonsamdi and, Zojara make a deal to bring her brother back. Malacross is there. He's causing a storm. Excuse me. Online burp. He's causing problems. Kind of like, I'd say like Malacross is kind of like the Amani's, Zul, or the Amani's, what's that guy's name? He's the Darkspear. He's the Xal'atath. So it'd be kind of like another Xal'atath situation where Malacross is like causing some problems for the other side. Zul'aman gets to kill Malacross permanently. Why does Malacross look so hot? Because reasons. And then, after Zul'aman gets to kill Malacross, Bwonsamdi, Zojara, and Zul'aman get together. There's a deal made. Zul'aman has to go to Zul'atek by Bwonsamdi's will. And, there's some kind of bargain made between Zul'aman. Well, yeah, Zul'aman's a part of the deal, too. But, Zojara and Bwonsamdi make a deal. And Bwonsamdi kind of keeps it vague on what she owes him. And we go from there. And that's a story set up for Last Titan at the very end of Midnight. That's what I would do. You give Malacross his own death cutscene, you give Zul'aman a cool moment, you bring Zul'aman back, and Zul'jara gets her own story where she makes a deal with Aloa. And in a way, like, all the characters are kind of right? Like, Zul'aman says don't trust Aloa, they'll backstab you in some way, and that's kind of true here. But Zul'jara is also right, where it's like, well, you wouldn't be here without Aloa. Bada bing, bada boom. And it keeps the story intact, it lets the story kind of flow on its own, and you build up on what was done. But, like, people can like the ending now. That's what I would do. That's what I would personally do. But they have so many ways to bring Zul'aman back, it's not funny. Like, they could bring the character back. It's not hard. I will say I really like the aesthetic of this raid. Like, this area, these locations, like, I really like the aesthetic and themes of this patch. I just don't like the story's conclusion. Well, this looks cool. The Tomb of Ula'tek. It doesn't really look like a tomb, not gonna lie. It looks more like... It doesn't look like a prison. It doesn't look like a tomb. It looks more like a place of worship. John Boy's forever. Yeah, everyone I've talked with really likes the character, so... I guess we play the drums then? Alright. That's kind of cool. Oh, hi, hi, Ula'tek! Yeah, I wonder, because they say K'thix is somewhere in here, but I don't see him at all in the raid. Unless he's, like, underneath all this. Zul'aman will return one day, the coming of Zul'aman is near. Sure. That's something I can get behind on a character coming back. Let's go. Alright, let's get Ula'tek, let's get her. How do we get over there? Do we just jump? That doesn't seem right. Are we sure? Do we just jump? How do we get over there? There's like no access points. Alright, I guess we jump. Whee! Blunk. I don't think this is right. This doesn't seem right. Where's my raid team? There they are. I don't think that was how you got down here, actually, but what do I know? So do you think Ula'tek is a Loa or actually something else? Well, altar? I was supposed to use an altar? Oh well. Too late now, we're already here. Well, they say she isn't a Loa, but I would say you could definitely count her as one. Like, if Gahun can be perceived and counted as a Loa, right? From the Troll's perspective, like, I think the Amani do see Ula'tek as a Loa. I think by definition, like, from what other outside cultures are saying, she isn't one. So I guess it's just, like, the eye of the beholder, right? So, Orwain is saying she isn't a Loa, Zul'aman is saying she isn't a Loa, but I'd say other characters, other beings, other entities can say she is not a Loa. That's what I would basically look at it as. So, if you as a person don't see her as a Loa, she's not a Loa. If you as a person see her as a Loa, she's a Loa, you know? That's how I look at it as. Alright, let's get Ula'tek and listen to the good musics. I don't know if we need to kill this or not, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Or, you know what? Maybe we don't need to kill this snake tail. I don't know. I don't know this fight. Low seems subjective as a term, yeah. Ula'tek's eggs drop from above, destroy them before they hatch. Okay. I mean, the fight seems pretty good so far. I think the important distinction is she isn't a wild god. Yeah, I don't think she's a wild god, at least. But I could see her as a... like, the thing is, I could see her as a Loa. I love her animations, though. They did a really good job with this model. And you know what? The fact that we have a multi-headed NPC like this... Chromatus is now possible, guys. Because I remember back in Cataclysm, they said that they would have a really trouble animating Chromatus. But I think they can do it now. Which I think is pretty cool. Oh. Egg time. I like the music here. They did a real... like, the music team has been killing it lately. The art team has always killed it. The rest of my raid team are not helping with the eggs. They are very rude. 5 heads is better than 1. Sure. Like, she has such really good animations. I really like the... there's, like, things I can appreciate about the patch, for sure. Artistic-wise, at least.
AOE incoming.
You kind of wish I was a raider, but... eh. I'm okay with, like, being able to experience it like this is nice, at least. The Serpent's Heart is exposed? Oh. How do I... there we go. That was really hard to target. Oh, she's retreating into the... so, like, she clearly can survive her own venomous acids. Like, she's been living in her own pools for a while. If Ula'tek has 5 heads, does that mean Ula'tek is 5 snakes in one body? I think so. Oh. That is really cool. I love it when they destroy the platforms like that. That's always really cool. Ah! Remember when we thought he'd be in Dragonflight? Oh yeah. He can be in Last Titan though. We're going back to Northrend, we're going back to Koldara. Yeah, I think I love the Whirlpool here. Oh man, the fight is very visually interesting. Like, I have a lot of nice things to say about the raid in terms of visuals, aesthetics, etc. You know, I'm surprised she didn't destroy this platform sooner. She easily could have, right? I'm gonna use your own ability against you. I think it's more like a Hydra. I guess they probably... Well, like, I think... Because, like, in the cinematic when she dies, like, the heads are looking at each other and communicating with one another. I like green. Green is my favorite color. I should probably destroy that. Oh. We survived another day. Yeah, I really like when, like, bosses destroy their own platforms. I don't know what it is about it, but it's really cool, and it's like, yeah, look at me, I can destroy this shit. Alright, she's almost down, and everyone's dead. I can't believe my raid team is dying to Ula'tek. Again. At least Bo's up. I do kind of wish she, I really wish she talked. Like, I think that's one thing that they really, like, I understand they wanted her to be more animalistic, but, like, her people can talk. There we go. Get out of here, Ula'tek. Alright, I'm not watching this. I'm not watching it. I already seen it enough.
Ula'tek's corruption no longer threatens Azeroth. The land can heal once more. And so can the Amani.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Orwena. Your raid wouldn't have died if Boxmas was there? Oh, maybe.
Your path leads you deep, stranger.
The land may heal now that Ula'tek has been defeated. Can you help me reach the upper platform? I would like to check on Zul'jara. Yeah, let's check up on her. I'm curious, because, like, I haven't seen a lot, right? I have not seen... I've seen only the cinematic, so I really want to know, like... everything, right? If I can. What? Well, that's conflicting. I guess they didn't expect people to go back to check on them and the NPCs after the cinematic. That's a little bit bizarre, but okay. I was kind of hoping that you'd actually be able to check in on her and, like, there'd be a stay a while and listen and you'd be rewarded for it and such, but... I guess not. Okay. Regroup with Liadrin at the Skybridge at Ula'tek. Okay. He's still alive! Woo! If only. If only, right, guys? Oh, man. Alright, let me just hearth out of here. Alright. We've got the Air Tour quest to do after this and all that. Thank you for saving Zul'aman. Woo. Right? Wouldn't that be great? I think the Ula'tek fight is decent. I think I like that. Don't like the story. Don't like the conclusion. The conclusion's really bad. I don't think it's a good conclusion at all. I think it is one of the weakest endings of all time. Probably my least favorite ending in all of WoW, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm trying to think of another ending that I liked or hated more, and none of it clicks. All right, so let's go check on Liadrin and Zul'jara. Probably getting one of my least favorite stay a while and listens ever on top of everything. Yeah, I'm hoping because, like, again, the backlash on Zul'jan's death and, like, this being his conclusion, this being the wrap up for the Amani's quote unquote storyline, I'm really hoping, because of the criticism, because of the backlash, because people just do not like this ending, I am hoping we will we'll get you know, reparations. We'll get a follow-up storyline where Zul'jan is brought back. Because I think that's the best thing that they can do. You can't really, I don't think, because a lot of people are saying, oh, they should just delete the story and not, I don't think you can do that, as much as I don't like this story. Like, Blizzard doesn't usually retcon endings, right? But what they can do is, the very least, do a follow-up story. Alright, here we go. Grab all these orbs. I want to get them out of the way, you know? They're an eyesore. That's not Orwena. I thought it was Orwena for a second. No, this is Liadrin and Zul'jara. Oh boy. That is an interesting thing people have pointed out, as well. There's no burial for Zul'jan, like there was for the uncle. So maybe that's a loose end. It also could be a bad thing, though. It could be that the fact that they're not honoring the dead that is Zul'jan. They should, though. But yeah, we'll see. Zul'jara will blame herself, but we know that she did everything to try and save him. Not really. Bro, I think I screwed my sleep schedule. I stayed up until 7 a.m. making fight scenes for my machinima. Welcome to making machinima, Lars. Welcome to making machinima. Zul'jan has united WoW fans who normally can't stand each other. That is true. That is also true. Oh, that is actually an upgrade for once. 39 up. Okay, that's an upgrade. And I got a cool mural out of it, so that's something. We need to tell Lorthamar what happened here. Meet me in Silvermoon. As for Zul'jara, she needs time. She needs her people, and her people need her. She will survive this, I'm sure of it. She must. Yeah, I doubt it. Gul'dan sounding ass. I don't understand why they worded it like that. She tried everything. Not really? Like, she did, like... I don't get the mentality there. Like, why write it like that? Why try to word it like that? Because, like, in my opinion, she could have done more. I feel like it's... She did maybe 2 things. 3 things. Liadrin is a filthy Gul'dan supporter. Yeah, I'm hoping that they do a follow-up storyline where Zul'jara makes a deal with either the Amani Loa or Bonsomdi or something, because this is a bad ending. Really bad ending. Like, this is like... Alright, stay a while and listen time. Time to be angry, time to not like this. We stopped Malacross and Ula'tek, but the cost. Yeah, a bad cost. Maybe ask your Loa friends. Ask anyone. Do something to not have your brother stay dead. This is just a bad conclusion. Don't keep him dead. I get the idea is Liajin wants to make Zul'jar feel better, but she still feels crass and uncalled for. One of my biggest issues is Liajin was the biggest Zul'jan offender, right? Not defender, offender. Like, she was just like, Zul'jan needs to get punished. Zul'jan needs this. Zul'jan needs to be called out. Zul'jan needs to die, right? And in spite of everything, right? I think we can all admit that Liajin was wrong about Zul'jan. And I think we needed that more. And it's not followed up on as far as I know. We'll see if it's followed up here, but I don't think it is.
Zul'jan wasn't the easiest brother to live with. Always getting into trouble. Always needing me to pull him out of it. No. I always thought he needed me. But maybe I needed him. To protect him. My little brother.
If you need him, bring him back.
Like he had a ghost watching over his shoulder. Like he had to make our ancestors proud. I just wish I had told him that he didn't need to.
I have lost many who were dear to me. Some of them to the same Amani whom Zul'jan idolized. The pain of watching them die. The guilt over not being able to prevent it. I won't pretend that it ever goes away. But I found what eases it is believing that our loved ones never truly leave us. That they watch over us, even now. Perhaps having a ghost over your shoulder isn't always a bad thing. You just have to listen to the right ghosts.
You be careful, Hashura. You're starting to sound like an Amani.
Well, maybe that's not such a bad thing either.
So there's parts I liked there. I don't like the ending there. Like, I said this a while ago, but it feels like when this was first, like, data mined and whatnot, I thought that it made it sound like, again, this is just how I felt about it in the situation after everything and what was going on. It made it sound like Liajin was replacing Zul'jan in a way. I don't think that's the case. I really hope that's not the case. That'd be really bad. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if anything comes of this. I want to believe that a follow-up storyline can be done, that a follow-up storyline can be made where you can bring back Zul'jan. I think the intention here probably wasn't to do that, but like I said, I think we can definitely hope that he does get brought back, he does get a follow-up storyline, and that they don't repeat the mistakes that they did here, really. The last part would be really sweet if Zul'jan was still alive. Yes. I get the idea is Liajin wants to make okay, I already read that. They can fix this, I hope. Yeah, I think the biggest fix is just bringing the character back. And it's not... I don't think it really... I know a lot of people say it cheapens the ending here, and maybe it does. But, like... I just don't think it's a good conclusion, a good ending. And, like... I think the intention back in Burning Crusade, right, was Illidan was never going to come back. I don't think they ever were going to bring... I don't think they were going to bring Illidan back following Burning Crusade. I think the intention was that's his story, it's wrapped up, he's gone. He's dead, right? So I think that there's always, with Warcraft especially, there's always a reason to bring a person back. Like Vol'jin. Vol'jin is another character where it's like the intention was to end his story. And then following Legion, they were like, no, he's back as a spirit, and he's doing things. It doesn't cheapen an ending that's already cheap. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Alright. So, well, let's go to Silvermoon. It's gonna be Air Horror time. I'm not looking forward to this either. Like, I feel like they really, like, the beginning of the patch was decent, the ending of the patch has been completely just, like, mold to me. Illidan, Vol'jin, there are many examples. There really are. And, like, Warcraft... I just feel like Warcraft does it a lot. Like, this isn't the first... Especially for its villains, in particular. Its villains usually do come back. And I'm not saying Zul'aman is a villain. But what I am saying is several characters who are supposed to have an ending in WoW still come back. Anubarak came back in the same expansion that he died in, you know? So, I think it is up to the writers, and with how loud we are right now, I'm hoping they listen to us. I'm hoping that they look at what we're all saying, and they go, okay, people really liked this character, people gravitated to a character that we made, they're telling us that his ending isn't good, what do we do to help them feel better? What do we do to help make the story better? Those are the questions that I would ask myself if I was in their position. So, I think that they can bring him back. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy write-up. I'm not saying it's going to look the best, but I think the best thing you can do to make your player base happy, who plays your game, who pays for your game, I'm not saying do this every time, but I'm saying for Zul'aman, who we like, they made him. This is something that they made, the new writers made, and we loved him. I feel like that's something that you should walk away with. You should walk away with, holy shit, we did a really good character that they love, and they want us to bring him back. We should do that. And again, Warcraft trolls so much of the lore supports bringing back these characters. So, I'm hoping they do it. And I hope it's not just as a ghost. I'm hoping it's him brought back in the flesh. I hope it's that he's brought back alive. And they let the two characters stand together with each other, you know? And they're better for it. Like, after all of this, that's what you use. You use this dark moment, this Ula'tek arc, to grow the two characters and be like, hey, remember when this happened? Let's never do that again. Liadrin tells Lor'themar what happened. Oh no, anyway. I'm curious if the cutscene here is going to be different. Because I remember it has to be different, right? Alright, hi Lor'themar Dingus. A lot of people are voicing Blood Elves now feel like Horde race after Elven Unity. What? Oh. I get what you're saying. Lor'themar regards you stiffly as you recount your efforts in Zul'aman. I am glad that the Amani were able to deal with this Ula'tek on their own, and your Liadrin, with you and your Liadrin's help. Hopefully, we will hear less of them in the future. Ugh. Yo, Khono, it is I, your number 7 fan. Hello, Saint Eric. Zul'aman and Zul'jara really complete each other. If one doesn't have the other, they feel like half a character, incomplete. Oh yeah, me and Box have talked about that in great lengths, Lobo. It's very true. Like, Zul'aman and Zul'jara finish each other in terms of characters. Like, they are very much an incomplete set without the other. The two characters were made, the two characters made each other way better. I agree.
We shall not falter.
Master Umbric has been keeping an eye on the Twilight's Blade, receiving reports from the field. He thinks something is afoot. That is not all. He said that he also has been keeping an eye on Eretor since the Darkwell, and he has developed concerns about him. Go and speak with him. Also, hi, Khono. How do? Could be doing better. I'm doing this questline, and I'm not the biggest fan, but, you know, we live. We're here. Something. The two characters made each other... Okay, I read that. It's almost like they were meant to complement each other. Exactly.
Silvermoon prospers. Liadrin and I have much to discuss. Please give my regards to Umbric and to Eretor.
I get to deal with Eretor again. Yay. I don't like Eretor. Big Snake Boy Death, not of interest to me. I have been spending a week building my house and starting to look good. house building is much better than Zhojan reflecting, for sure. Challenge Makara, that'll make you feel better. I don't think a Makara will make me feel better, but... Alright. Where are you at, Erator?
The Twilight's blade stirs once again, my friend. We need Erator back in the fight.
Okay. I don't think we do, actually, though, if I'm being honest. I do wish the Horde Alliance were given equal narrative presence. Me too. The Void has never been, the Void has never been about one straight direct path. If you only think in absolutes, then you miss an opportunity. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. Your heart is as big as the ocean, Lorthamar, clearly. It is good to see you. We have hardly any time to catch up our breath. But our enemies do not rest, either. The Twilight's Blade have been active again. I mean, yeah.
Shadows watch over you.
Ever since the terrible events of the Void Spire, Erator has suffered. He has kept to himself or prayed alone at the Dawnwell. We feel the loss of Alir and Terralion, but Erator only reunited with them recently, after their long fight after the Burning Legion. Recently? I worry that if he is left to his own thoughts for too long, he may not come out of this the same. Let's go to the Dawnwell and check on him. Okay, I have a problem with... Okay, I think, like... Oh, gosh. Like... They are treating Legion like it wasn't 10 years ago. We did a time skip. We did so many things since Legion. What do you mean recently? I get that we're probably looking at this from like an elven perspective, but even then that's... What? What? What do you mean? What? Recently? I'm floored right now. Like, can we not treat Erator like, God, they baby Erator way too much in this setting. I'm sorry. He, like, I'm not trying to, like, obviously losing your parents to the Void, to Xal'atath sucks, right? But, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but, like, throughout the entire Midnight narrative, it has always been, oh, can you go check on Erator? I don't think he's doing so great after event, right? Like, it's just repeating the same thing. Like, I get it. It sucks. And I'm not trying, but, like, I don't care. I don't care about Erator. I don't care about what he's feeling. To be fair, a decade is a long time. However, he did reunite with them just prior to Midnight, so it's invalid anyway. He still was hanging out with them before Midnight. I don't know. Infantilizing of Erator is kind of creepy. He's a grown-ass man, you know. I don't know, like, where was this energy for Thrall when he lost Vol'jin, when he lost Cairn, right? Like, Thrall is the same age, or close to the same age as Erator, maybe a little bit older. But, like, Thrall loses people, and we're not going in and checking on him, right? Like, where's the same energy? Like, they're babying Erator too much. Like, I get it. Again, he lost his parents, that sucks. But I don't know, I don't think the player character is the one to do it. Shouldn't, like, Varisa be doing this? His literal aunts, like, his literal family? Like, it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't care about his family problems and his sadness, and I don't care. I'm trying to. Like, I feel like I'd care more if this was Thrall. Like, Thrall lost his parents when he was a freaking baby. But, like, you don't see him being, like, a bum about it. Oh, man. I don't know. And they're not even dead. We as players know that they're not dead. But, like, they're not dead. And I think that's a part of the issue, too. I just don't care. Both the Blood Elves and the Forsaken had their edges softened down. True. Erator is just lame as hell. He really is. I'm trying so hard to, like, feel for him, but I feel for Zul'aman more, and, like, they clearly tried to villain bet and antagonize Zul'aman. Zul'aman caused a lot more harm in his wake, but I feel more bad about their situation. Probably because they're 20-year-olds, but, like, also just, I don't know. And Thrall had to put down Garrosh, he did. And, like, when we went to go check on him, he already said, hey, I need time alone right now. And that's fair. That's reasonable. You know? I just, I don't care.
The Rendorai for Arator. Our victory at the Dawnwell was fleeting. He is focused solely on finding his parents. And Xal'atath.
Okay, so they're not even treating it like they're dead. That's even worse. That's even worse. He's not treating like they're dead. Arator's not treating it like they're dead. What's the point here? I'd actually feel a little bit more bad if it's like, yeah, my parents are dead. I'm really upset about that. I'd be like, okay, fair. But now they're not even treating it like they're dead? Holy smokes. Every Horde race got its edges softened. It gets, softer. It's gonna be Red Flavor Alliance, I suppose. I mean, I don't fully agree that the Horde is completely softened down, but I do agree, like, parts of them have been. Like, I think the Orcs are about the same, really. I mean, they're different from their Second War iterations, but yeah. Dear God, the writing is ass. It really just is not good right now. Hey, Arator, that handsome troll you took a sword for kicked the bucket. Oh. That's bad. Anyways, my parents are missing. Ugh. Time to deal with this lovely character. I do not like to see Arator like this. He can be single-minded sometimes. I don't like seeing Arator at all. Why is Umbric treating the battle for the Sunwell ended in victory? We lost and failed to stop Xal'atath. I mean, everyone's been kind of treating it like it was a victory, even though it wasn't. So, I don't know. Lamo, that would be his reaction. Well, let's check it up on Arator, a character that I hate how they're treating, like, the player base is, okay, so we definitely feel the way we do for Zul'aman, the way they want us to feel for Arator. That is the feeling I'm getting here. Like, I do not care about Arator, I cared about Zul'aman. Do you know what would, okay, do you know what you would like seeing my house? Oh, do you know what you would like seeing my house? There we go. Got it. Guildmates are biting me. Alright, let's check up on Arator, guys.
How are you, Arator?
Every day is the same.
Oh no.
Asking the light for answers.
Oh no.
Receiving none.
Oh no.
I never thanked you for saving my life.
Oh no.
Together in the Void Storm.
Yay.
Sorry I could not save your parents.
Every time I close my eyes, I see them falling. Always out of reach. Sometimes I have hope that they somehow survived. Other times,
They probably did.
I wish you had let me fall with them.
Me too! That would have been better.
When I look upon the void, do you know what I see?
I don't care.
Nothingness?
Possibilities. Infinite possibilities. Through which there is always a way forward.
You found something.
A new lead. Activity in the Twilight's blade that may point to Xal'atath's whereabouts. I want you to investigate.
Why do you guys treat it like you don't know where she is?
If the light doesn't have the answers, maybe the void will.
Ugh. I hate this. I hate this. Do you like Umbric? I don't care for him. He's whatever. He's fine, I guess. I don't care, though. I don't get it, guys. Like, I shouldn't, like, in-universe, right? Like, we were in Khazalgar. Khazalgar was like, oh yeah, there's this thing, like the World Core where Azeroth is. Right? And we know that, we discover that. That's information that we know to us. And we're treating it like we don't know shit. Like, I just don't understand why Umbric, Eretor, okay, I get Eretor, whatever. He wasn't with us in Khazalgar. And Umbric kind of wasn't either. But, like, it's so weird to me that, like, we don't have theories in-universe. Like, you would think that characters in-universe would be like, oh yeah, they're probably here. Maybe. Right? It's silly to me. I think it's really silly to me. And it's like, we've got a new lead through the Twilight's Blade. Alright. It's and like Eretor's dialogue, Umbric is fine, I guess. I don't really care, but like Eretor's dialogue is awful. Yeah, I think this will do that Lobo. They'll do that Lobo as a spec, as in another D&D subclass that they could use. I mean, a Void Paladin spec could be cool. It would be cool to have different characters who have completely different theories. Yeah, like I would have preferred Romoth and Umbric together trying to figure this out. They come to a conclusion, a theory. Maybe the theory is wrong. Maybe the theory is right, right? And that's the story that we could have used in between patches. You know, they had the weird, whatchamacallit thing that they did. Yay, 3 ads. 3 ads? What the fuck? You guys have to sit through 3 ads now? What? Should only be like 1 or 2. Eretor needs to die, perhaps sacrificing himself to bring Zul'aman back. Sure. Honestly, Blizzard dropped the ball with this saga stuff. We really need to consider a consistent group of characters to stick with us throughout the expansions. That's what I'm surprised by, the big idea. Like, I thought the World Soul Saga was gonna have us follow Thrall, Anduin, Magni, Jaina, Illyria. And I think they should have stuck with those characters. Like, that would have been fine. Like, I think everyone would be on board with those characters in particular, especially Thrall and Jaina. I don't mind the detours of, like, hey, let's check up on Lorthamar. Hey, let's check up on Gazlo. Hey, let's check up on Zul'aman and Zul'jara. Like, that's fine. Those are fine detours, but, like, I think shifting gears and being like, oh yeah, Eretor's the main character now. Illyria's the main character now. It's just like, can we not have it be focused on characters we like? Can it not be a multitude of characters rather than just 1 or 2? Especially the Windrunners. Like, there's too much focus on the Windrunners now. Like, I think they're taking the wrong lessons from Shadowlands, because a lot of people were saying, hey, you guys are focusing too much on Sylvanas. Can we maybe have a break from her? And we did. We had 1 expansion break from Sylvanas, and it was Dragonflight, and it was pretty decent, and it was pretty good. Dragonflight is not a perfect expansion. It has several flaws, but it was a fun ride. And at least, I mean, even then, I'm lying to you guys, because Sylvanas was still in the expansion for the Forsaken Heritage questline. So we have literally had 0 break from Sylvanas and the Windrunners. And I really hope post-Midnight, post-Last Titan, we don't see the Windrunners for a while. We need a break from these characters. They are not good, and they're just frustrating everyone who is not a fan of them. If you're a fan of the Windrunners, you're having a great time right now, probably. Maybe. They are trying to do everything at once. I don't even know if it's that, because, like, it feels like we're not doing enough. Like, the Ula'tek patch is okay, but, like, we could have used that time to focus on other things. Like, I really think they crammed way too much in Last Titan right now. Like, that's the overwhelming feeling I've got.
What is it?
If the light will not give me answers, then I'll need to find another way. The Twilight's Blade must know something of where Xal'atath has gone, or what she's planning next. If we can get them to talk, then we can stop her. I have to believe this. I don't understand why... I'm really shocked nobody in universe is, like, thinking, like, even, like, theorizing. Like, if I would love it if, like, Umbric or somebody came out and said, oh, maybe she is in the world core that the Earthen are in charge of or something, right? Like, a throwaway line like that would do wonders for this story. But, like, the fact that everyone is treating it like it's a giant question of, we don't know where she is, it's crazy to me. Like, I'm trying to treat it, like, in-universe, logic-wise. I feel even then you would still have people, like, being like, well, what is Xal'atath after? She's after our world soul, right? I feel like it makes sense, like, logical sense? I don't know. I might have cared about Erator a little more if he was with us during the War Within. Yeah, maybe. Would you consider Turalyon a winner or adjacent? Yes. I don't like Turalyon either. I don't like him. I used to like Sylvanas. I don't like the way that she's currently portrayed right now. I don't like Illyria. I don't like Verisa, especially. Verisa's my least favorite. I don't like Erator. I don't like Turalyon. Like, the characters that they are focusing on, I think, are just... I don't care for them. The characters I was liking that they were focusing on was Zul'jan and Zul'jara, and we just saw where that story went to. Just dropping by to say hi. Hi, Leandra. Thanks for dropping by. I might have cared about Erator if he was a little bit interesting, cool, not this. I don't know.
We need to... The Twilight's blade simply refuses to die off. We've let them linger too long.
Why would they die off? While we cannot know where Xal'atath has gone, or if Illyria and Turalyon are still alive, we can still pursue information. Riftblade Mala has kept me up to date on the Twilight Cultists. They have been gathering strength, gathering numbers, and seem to be searching for something. Now is the time to act. Let us travel to the ruins of Deathhome and see why the cultists there have reinvigorated themselves. I challenge Khono to mock Gore. Why does everyone want to challenge me to mock Gara today? What did I do?
Do not bend. The Twilight's blade may be acting in accordance with Xal'atath's plans.
Oh, maybe.
Then we'll force them to reveal those plans. Xal'atath can't hide forever.
I don't think she's hiding, guys. Ugh, okay. I think Erator is going to be, this is going to be Erator's bad boy arc now that his mommy and daddy are gone. I hate how you phrase that, but that's probably right. I appreciate your opinion and stance on things. I'm glad you guys like my opinions. I know that I'm very upset and just complaining right now, though. I wish I just liked things, you know? Like, I want to like the story. I want to go back to... You know, like, the start of Midnight was pretty decent for me. Like, I had issues, but I was having a good time in Zul'aman. I was having a good time in the Voidstorm. I was having an okay time in Herondar. I'd say, like, Eversong was kind of a hit and miss at times, too, but, you know. I'll have teeth extracted on Sunday. I'm both excited and terrified. That sounds terrifying, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's go to Deathhome and have fun with the Erator saga, I guess. At least we get this out of the way, right? Yeah, I think... So, BlizzCon is, like, in a couple weeks, right? Hold on, let me look at my calendar. I'm gonna see if this is accurate. You know, so we have this week, next week, and the week after. Like, I think it's the weekend? Yeah. So, following, I miss the green Fel Gems in Silvermoon. Everyone does. I miss the like, they didn't need to be Fel Green. They could have just been Emerald, and I would have been okay with that. Like, I understand the lore development of, hey, we're done with the Fel. That's fine. I mean, the Orcs are done with the Fel. The Blood Elves can be done with the Fel. That's whatever. I don't really have a very hard stance on the Fel thing, but they definitely should have kept the color scheme of the emeralds. Not to mention it's implied Nathanos will come back. No, thank you. I don't like Nathanos. See, if we get Nathanos coming back before Zul'aman, ugh. You know what? That's gonna be my new thing.
You're right, Umbric. They look just as strong as ever. What are they planning? Have you heard anything?
I thought all of our fighting would have reduced the numbers of the Twilight's Blade, but it seems to have done nothing. If anything, there are more of them now. What could they be up to? I ain't done with the Fel, Last and Burn Crusade Blood Elf. I mean, fair, but I do think it's, like, I think it's fine in terms of, like, them moving away from it. That makes sense, narratively. I think just, like, color scheme-wise, they can keep using emeralds for sure.
I won't stop hunting.
The information we need has to be here. We just need to get it from the Twilight's Blade. There's nothing wrong with direct method. Apply force and see what you can learn. I brought Benthar's Scarlet Spire, the relic we rescued from the Scarlet Crusade. It's already been used to help protect the Sunwell, and maybe it can help us here. Oh, okay.
Nothing gets in our way.
Baladash.
Oh, he is on his bad boy arc. Listen to him. An organization as widespread and diverse as the Twilight's Blade must need to write down their objectives. Or at least whatever they have collected should shed light on what they're up to. See if you can find anything that points to their current direction.
Be open to
Anything you find could be the clue that leads us to Xal'atath. Let nothing hide from you.
It really seems like they're trying so hard to get us to get on board with Erator. I'm not. I don't know if anything could. I want it to, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. Imagine Cho'Gall comes back before Zul'aman. I mean, at least that would fit narratively. I'd prefer... See, I would prefer Cho'Gall coming back first over Nathanos, at least. I don't want Nathanos to come back. Nathanos is just... He is a horrible character. He has reasons to hate us, but I don't think they're done very well. I don't know, I just don't like him. I don't think he needs to come back. His story is done. Nathanos' story is at least done. With Zul'aman, there was more to him there, at least. He was multifaceted, and I feel like you could have elaborated more on his story, at least. Next mega dungeon, totes me to destruction of Outland. We go there, save ogres, Draenei, orcs, Sporgars from the plant-eating monsters. The Blood Elf kidnaps the Naru from Shat using anguish to force it to the Dawnwell. Making it the Sunwell again? No. No, I don't think we need to... Okay, for one thing, the Naru and Shattrath are chill. I like the Naru and Shattrath. We don't need to force them into, the Sunwell. There's no reason, there's no really reason to do that to the Dawnwell, to make it the Sunwell again. No. Yes? No. Leave a doll alone. A doll is a homie. Daniel was only good, in my opinion, because he didn't, metriade with us 24/7. I don't think that's a strong enough reason to like a character, in my opinion. Like, Zul'aman kind of did that too, but, like, he also was, like, kind of chill with us at the same time. It depended on his mood, really. But, like, I don't know, I think you need to have more than just, I don't like you, as a character. Like, I think, Terran Zoo had that, but he had a reason to do that. I do like that Erator had the foresight of like, hey, let me bring this relic that's not really doing that much besides gathering dust now. I'll give him that. Oh yeah, 100%, it's just the one part I like. I just never really gravitated to that reason. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I like how he's mean to us. I was like, really? That's the reason why I don't like him. Like, for me, I said this, like, I keep saying this, like, whenever Nathanos gets brought up a lot in these types of discussions. I said this, I think that Nathanos should have been reactive dependent on your choices in Battle for Azeroth. So, like, you remember how in Battle for Azeroth we had the choices to side with Sarfang or stay loyal to Sylvanas and, the objectives of the Dark Rangers, right? I think that if he knew you were a rebel, he would just treat you with disdain, while if you clearly were loyal to Sylvanas, he would actually start treating you with respect. And I think that would have done a better narrative for his character, because then it shows you, okay, he cares about loyalty. He cares about people who like Sylvanas as much as he does. And I think that would have given people who are fans of his character a reason to stick, maybe. And people who already don't like him are like, oh, yeah, he doesn't like us because we're not with him. Cool. No, it's undead in general are meant to be dour. No. You have plenty of undead in Warcraft who are not all dour like he is. You've got Zelling. Zelling was pretty chill with us. Lillian Voss is pretty chill. I mean, it took a while for her, but she got over it. You've got Damas. Like, I don't really agree. Like, I think a lot of people, especially in the RP community, have this assumption that Forsaken role players or Forsaken are only angry, only sad, only... like, they can only be one thing, when Forsaken can be a lot of things. It's just they're very complicated. Like, it's very dependent on how they live their life, how they were raised, how they were, revived, etc., etc. Like, Nathanos is outright said by Lorthamar, he was a jerk in life, too. Like, and that tells you a lot, I think. I think Undeath kind of just made him double down more, like 10 times over. A reactive Nathaniel Daniel could have been good, because, yeah, his standoff niche gets old a bit. It gets very old fast. I got tired of it, like, almost instantly. Yeah, Nathanos is just an asshole. Exactly. He's just an asshole. He is an asshole in life. He was an asshole in Undeath. He just is an asshole. There's nothing to him. Oh, I missed a quest.
A questionable ally, to say the least, but perhaps an informative one.
Oh, please don't hurt me. The pathetic voidling cowers in the sight of you. It's not my fault. I could have gotten them out of this. It's those commanders! They have led the Twilight cults down the wrong path. Glaveth is the worst of them. If he was gone, perhaps.
These wretches, ungrateful servants.
Okay. Illidan's chill? I mean, Illidan's all over the place, but, The Dark Loa whispered to me of a great lock and key, together beneath the earth. Dark Loa whispered to me of a great devastation. What have we buried that can rise again? What fool would forget where the end of the world begins? That also applies to Darian Mograine. Darian's also pretty chill. I'm actually really glad he is no longer in the Horde. Even though I liked Battle for Azeroth, Sylvanas and Nathanos made it actually really hard to like the Horde to me. Same. Their removal was very cathartic to me in Battle for Azeroth when we finally lost them. Lillian, not Illidan Khono, lol. Oh, did I read? Oh. Okay. I just can't read. His loyalty was magnified? Yeah. Well, I think he was always loyal, but yeah. Okay, let's find the lowest speaker's mask. Why did I say that weird? You are no one. Neither can I, it's alright. I mean, we all have our qualms, our weaknesses. Wasn't I a better leader than... I don't know your life, man. Guy's treating me like I knew him in life and undeath and everything, I don't know.
Amani relics. Why would the cult bring these here?
I do like
You should
the...
be asking them and forcing them to answer.
Yep, he is on his bad boy arc. Holy moly, that was on point. Whoever said that. Like, I like the connective dots, at least, with the Amani. Commercial hit me. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. The mask is Imani origin. It looks at least a few centuries old. It appears ceremonial and has been chipped in a few places by a sharp object. Okay. Alright, then there's a damaged Amani tablet over yonder.
Umbric, why not use the void to pry into the cultists' minds?
No, Arator. Such measures are too dangerous for my liking.
A rare time I agree with Arator. What the hell? They are definitely planning to summon Kithix. Yeah, that's probably the most, like, on-the-nose thing. I don't even think it's, like, summoning Kithix. I think they plan on reviving or freeing Kithix from, the Ula'tek tomb. Or wherever. What wretch am I to be burdened by this knowledge? What curiosity that brings the Amani to uncover? What should remain lost? What destroys? Alright, and the Amani chisel. Yeah, they're definitely bringing Kithix back, for sure. I am...
Xal'atath has abandoned her underlings.
Serves them right, but they might still know enough to lead us to her.
I would be... What I was trying to say was, I'd be very disappointed if Kithix is, like, only, like, a patch boss. Like, I would prefer it if he was, like, a guy who traveled down to the World Core to assist, Xal'atath. Come on in, little guy. Let's go. Moxie wanted to come into my room. He does that a lot. Oh, darn it. Alright. I meant Darren is an example of undead personality being magnified in his loyalty? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess. The stone carving chisel may have been used to etch writings into tablets. It shows signs of heavy wear, but nothing recent. That really didn't really add that much to our investigation, but alright. Alright, let's turn these in. The pathetic voidling eyes you with wary curiosity. You destroyed him, there is hope. Perhaps I can share what I know.
Is there a lead?
Ask about Benthur's Scarlet Spire, sure. Benthur's Scarlet Spire was a powerful artifact of the light that was saved from the Scarlet Crusade to help keep the Sunwell in power during the Xal'atath's attack. It's lost some of its energies, but it's still an effective weapon against the Twilight's Blade now. Okay. It's about what I remembered anyways. I've noticed the generic NPCs in Silver Moon have become more agitated towards Alliance players. Have they? I didn't know that. I don't play Alliance, so I wouldn't know. Arator should be more bad boy, for a lack of a better word. I feel like the acts of an idealistic boy who is being exposed to the world for the first time, even though he is like a 40-year-old man. I think, like... How do I put it? I don't know what I want for I don't know what I want for Erator's personality-wise. The problem is I don't want him at all. But, like, if I was writing for Erator, I think I would definitely write a more jaded person. But I don't think I would make him, like, too jaded, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to run the risk of making him sound childish. Or, like, my life was unfair. I lived a horrible life. Like, nothing like that. I feel like I'd give him more of an edge towards both his parents. Not just one, but both of them. And, like, yeah, you could have him. Honestly, I think that would be hella dark. But, like, honestly, having him kind of, like, act similarly to Verisa, like, towards the Horde, while would be very off-putting and make us not like him as Horde players, would make sense, though, because Verisa is the one who raised Erator. So Erator being, like, jaded towards Horde, jaded towards parents, and kind of just be a little bit of a bitter paladin would make him a little bit more interesting. Because, like, him just being nice with everyone is kind of eh. I do like him, like, the one thing I did like about him was, like, he wanted to better understand the Amani and stuff. So there's like stuff I like about Erator that he is currently, but like at the same time, it's just, I don't know. Yes, when I play on my Alliance characters, they seem annoyed that the Alliance is still in Silvermoon. I like that. I actually generally like that.
Yes?
Every time we make some progress, it feels as though it slips away again.
Do you have something?
They are expecting something more from Xal'atath. She's a monster and a manipulator. How could they have thought that she would do anything other than abandon them? I don't know, everybody seems to think that Xal'atath is going to give them what they want. It's a constant narrative for her. The best thing, like, this is the one thing I really want in Last Titan. I want a Rudicron to backstab her. I really want that. I really just want her to finally get backstabbed, rather than it just being, like, her doing it again to another character. Like, that'd be so cathartic to have him be the one to be like, I knew you would do this. I already was one step ahead. And he just, like, pulls out the Dark Heart and blasts her with it and absorbs her into the Dark Heart. That'd be so good. An example of a jerk character would be Lambert from The Witcher. I like Lambert, though. I also, like, we were talking earlier about how Zol'Jan is a jerk character, and that Terran Zu, by extension, is a little bit of a jerk character. Like, what was missing was reasons behind why they're jerks. Lambert has every reason to be a jerk. Like, Lambert's upbringing, I totally don't
A
blame him.
questionable ally, to say the least, but perhaps an informative one.
Okay, Umbrick, we already heard that. Shut up.
This isn't over. Yes?
Something doesn't add up. It makes no sense that Twilight's Blade would be moving Amani artifacts around. I wish Umbrick were more willing to use his magic at a time like this. We could be erasing the clock right now, and I have no idea. A Rukron backstabbing her feels inevitable. Why would he want another alien manipulating Azeroth? Exactly. Like, the setup is really there. Like he already admits in Dragonflight near the end where he's like, I trust its hunger. Like, he clearly doesn't really trust her, and I really want them to, like, focus in and hone in on that part, because I feel like that is, like, there's such a hype and build up for his return. I'd say more than Xal'atath herself, really. At least for me. I really like the character. Obviously, he is a villain at the end of the day, and that's something I want to hone in on the most, because I don't want to fall into the trap of liking a Rudicron and being like, oh yeah, he's gonna survive this. I have to take the necessary steps and go, he probably is going to die in Last Titan, but I hope he goes out taking the Titans with him. That's my hope for the character.
Xal'atath will pay. Is there a lead?
The rank and file of the Twilight's Blade didn't have much to tell us, but their new leadership may know more. You've already bested one of them. Let's see if there are others who aspire to lead, and learn what they know. You can still use a Scarlet Spire on them. If Umbrick won't use his magic, then perhaps the light will make them talk. They should be below us in the chasm.
Nothing. The cult's new leaders may know more than the grunts. See what you can learn from them.
There's something familiar about this Voidling. Keep a close eye on it.
There's something familiar about it? Okay, interesting. No one notices a creature like me. No one appreciates how much I have lost. But in the underestimation, knowledge. Help me regain some strength and I will regain the words you need. I'm really hoping... Okay. The Voidling, I would love it if it was Darkon. I don't think it is, but that would be a really cool addition. Like, I know Darkon somehow returned would be kind of funny, but at the very least, that's something thematic and would work for the expansion. I doubt it is him, though, because I don't think I heard anything about him returning from data mining, so...
Yes, yes. Feed me, and I will speak.
The voice doesn't... I don't recognize the voice, though.
What is it?
The Twilight's Blade were followers of Xal'atath before, they still know something of her whereabouts now. And when we find out what they know, we can find Xal'atath and make her pay for what she's done. I like this side of Eretor, actually. I do like that. I don't want the quipping Eretor. I don't want the woe is me Eretor. I want the Eretor who's like, I want to freaking kill this lady. Good. Good. You might actually make me like Eretor more if we lean a little bit more into this type of personality for him. Like, hell yeah. This is the type of thing he should have been doing after the Voidwell. I probably would have liked him a little bit better. Actually. Like, legitimately. Yeah, let's lean into this. Let's lean more into this type of Eretor. It's also implied Witchers have altered hormones, more or less. True, true.
Umbrick, we'd make faster progress if you just pull the information from these cultist minds with the void.
True.
I've seen my mother do it before, and I know you can do it too.
Yes.
I could. But tell me, Eretor, how did things play out when Ilaria used the void in that way?
We got what we needed, but it was a struggle, one that ended in the death of the ethereal we were questioning.
Such is the nature of the void. It is volatile and all-consuming. To wield it comes with immense risk. And even if it didn't, what's to stop me from doing it again? I would be shredding the psyches of my foes for the sake of expediency. If I were to use the void to extract the knowledge we seek, it could very well tear our minds asunder in the process.
Oh.
There are those who accuse me, and all Void Elves, of being monsters. I will not prove them right.
I guess that's fair. I mean, at the same time, though, we do kind of need the information, though. Like, obviously we don't know what's at stake. I mean, I do. We as the players do, but the lore characters don't. So it's a little bit... I'd say Eretor is right in this instance where it's like, okay, we really need to know what the hell is going on with Xal'atath, where she is, what she's doing. And the Twilight Blade aren't exactly good people either, so if they have information on Xal'atath's whereabouts, yes, they should be, the beans should be spilled, especially since we know, again, the players know, we know that Xal'atath is trying to get our world, and if she gets our world, it's game over as far as we know. Obviously, Last Titan seems to kind of, like, portray that maybe that isn't the case. Like, obviously we still have turf to roam on, we still aren't dead yet, so there's probably a build-up to Xal'atath's scheme, Xal'atath's power play, Xal'atath's, you know, ascension to godhood. Probably takes time, it seems. So.
Greetings, traveler.
I do not like to see Eretor like this. He can be single-minded sometimes. Ask Magister Umbrick what he thinks. The Twilight's Blade were left behind by Xal'atath when she vanished into the Dark Well. It seems that not all have taken this well. In her absence, and the decimation of their leadership, others fill the gap. They are most certainly up to something.
Maintain focus and control.
That's the other thing, like, we already had, the patches before this outright kind of, like, spill the beans that they're looking for something, and, like, what else could be in the area besides Kha'Thix. Like, I think it's just a little bit on the nose. Just a bit.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't know what this void entity is. So far, it's the most interesting thing about this questline, if I'm being honest.
These forgetful minions, these Twilight's blade, they wronged me.
She left you all behind, brother. It is funny to me that, like, I do think Xal'atath has to run out of minions at some point, right? Like, you can't keep betraying people and, like, backstabbing them and, like, leaving them behind and expect them to still follow you after all of that. So I'm very curious if they're going to lead into the fact that Xal'atath really has nobody, or is going to have nobody soon, and she's going to be way too reliant on a Ritterkron after this.
Xal'atath opened the way, and through it they all fell.
Oh. I think that's a new model. I don't think I've seen that before. It looks different. It's like he's about to turn into a Voidwalker soon, maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of curious on what this thing's going to turn into eventually. Oh.
Ah, much better. Now follow. I will give you what you deserve.
Huh. So he's got a So he's got a withered form right now? Very curious if, again, I feel like Darkhan Drathir would make the most sense. Oh, it's him! Huh. I was not expecting, Lord Antinarian to come back that soon. So he was the main villain of the Tranquillian story arc in Eversong, and he was like the leader of the Twilight's Blade here. He was the mayor of Tranquillian or something. I don't remember the exact specifics. Huh. You know, as much as like I thought the character was extremely kind of one note and kind of just whatever, I do kind of like that they brought him back this soon. Like, I mean, that was the starting zone, or not starting zone, the quest, you know, the initial starting leveling experience or whatever. When you say Nathanos and or Turalyon are not good characters, what do you mean writing-wise? I wouldn't say that they're... Okay, there's obviously a lot to put in there, but I don't think they're badly written. I just don't like them. But I also think they are very one-note characters, both of them. So, I guess there is some levels to they are badly written in some capacity. But yeah, I think that, like, so the interest with the Thanos for me was, there were moments in Battle for Azeroth where he had doubt regarding Sylvanas, and I kind of wish that they ran with that more. I think he would have been a way more interesting character if he, along with the rest of the Forsaken, turned on Sylvanas, because you wouldn't expect that from the Thanos ever. That would have been like a gasping moment, like, holy shit, she lost Nathanos, one of her most loyal, devoted characters. And with Turalyon, I don't know, I've never been sold on the character of Turalyon ever. I didn't like him in the books. I didn't like him in Legion. So, for me, it's hard to like the character when there was never a character to like. Like, there was never like a, oh yeah, Turalyon's kind of cool. Like, I kind of liked him in the Argus starting experience. Like, I was like, oh, Turalyon, that guy. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. But then I immediately didn't like him because he was like, I mean, understandably a dick to Illidan. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't justified, but at the same time, I was like more on Illidan's side, considering Zira forcefully was trying to make Illidan do something he didn't want to do. And Turalyon was the one who's like, you betrayed us all, you did this, you monster. Like, it's just like, if I was in Illidan's shoes, I would have done the same thing if I could do it. I also recall preferring Tyrion over Turalyon and saying you missed how he was treated us over how Turalyon does. Well, Tyrion was always goated. Tyrion Fordring is literally defined by his empathy, his ability to view monsters as people. Like Eitrig, the Ebon Blade. So many characters work well because of that. Like, obviously, there are amazing villains you can have with that type of opposite energy, but Tyrion is a hero. Like, through and through. He was one of my favorite human characters outside of Jaina and Varian and Anduin. I say Gorfin should come back, the Wheel of Death after all. That'd be cool. Can Kryptonite armor Bannerac defeat Superman? Maybe. I mean, in the comics, isn't there like a way for Superman to defeat Kryptonite or whatever? I would have followed her through the gateway if she'd let me. Yeah, you guys are these are just simps. I think that is funny that there is like an in-universe simping cult for Zally.
Is that Antinorian? It can't be.
Hi, Antinorian. Yeah. So I do like this. I do like this plot. I like that he's back to help us in a way. Like, that part's kind of neat. I wasn't expecting him to ever come back.
The shadows serve us.
I do think characters in fiction like that need more praise. Tyrion or just jerkish characters. Antinarian. Of course that backstabbing traitor would find an unlikely way to survive. Who is Lord Antinarian? Lord Antinarian was the magistrate over Tranquillion and Eversong. He joined the Twilight's Blade cult and recruited followers, all under the nose of Silver Moon. His treachery was revealed, and I thought he had been slain. Unfortunately, it's always the worst people who seem to find a way to hang on. Apparently. Art imitates life. True, true.
I have much to
I knew there was something familiar about that Voidling, but now that we have him cornered, he can tell us what we need to know. Sure.
We serve the Alliance.
Somehow Lord Antinarian returned. Hold on. That's gotta be a tweet. Hold on. Hold on. I think that's really funny. I have to figure out how to spell this, though. An app prevented desktop capture. Close the... That's rude. I'll do the snipping tool. Haha. Take that. Tyrion, yeah. Bannerac is Batman and Azlog is Owlman. Prove me wrong. Hee hee. I could see that. Alright. And then copy image. I just think that's it's generally kind of funny. All right. Antinorian literally coming back to life to get his ass beat again. Pretty much. Welcome to World of Warcraft. You either get your ass beaten or you go on a redemption arc. Ruinous the Shamed, that is not Ruinous the Shamed, but same model.
Do you have something?
A gateway? What could the Twilight's Blade cultists mean by that? And why can't they follow? Is that where Xal'atath has gone, through some kind of gateway? The many questions and not enough Twilight's Blade who knows the answers. I'm just... I really wish that the lore characters were a little bit smarter, right? Like, you think they would have put 2 and 2 together by now. I'm kind of amazed that it's taken this long for them to figure out, she's going for the World Soul? Like, isn't that obvious? Am I the only one who thinks that's obvious? I think it's obvious.
Xal'atath will pay.
All paths are possible.
As soon as we met the little voidling, I thought there was something I recognized. How Antinorian survived, I know not, but it's clear that we cannot let him get away. We need to know what he knows, and then his time on Azeroth should truly be ended. Come, let's get what we need and finish this. Yeah, let's kill him.
The light. You thought I was dead? I rise again through the power of the void.
Alright, let's get him.
I will never tell you where the gateway leads.
Can you, please? We might spare you. We won't.
Perhaps I was a bit hasty, but you cannot follow me into the endless void.
You won't escape, monster. You'll tell us what you know.
Arator, wait!
Oh no! Oh, it wasn't recording? Shit! Well, that's on that's on me. I didn't know that I stopped recording it. Oh well. Antinorian literally coming back to— oh, I already read this. Okay.
Come with an open mind.
No! Arator! I cannot lose him too, not after Illyria. Can we?
Be open to
Arator jumped in after Antinorian like a man possessed. He's so blinded by his crusade, he must not know how dangerous it is for someone like him to simply leap into the void blindly. No, we must think calmly about this, analyze the situation. We have no way of knowing what's going on the other side of that portal. But we must go in, we must find Arator. You're recording on stream? Well, yeah, I'm recording on stream, but I'm not recording, the other thing. I mean, that is the bonus to have, my OBS record these streams in case, like, there's any footage I lose. I do like that. But this just kind of records the, gameplay. Like, it doesn't capture the VTuber, it doesn't capture me talking, it just captures the gameplay stuff, which is good for, like, if I need to cut scenes for B-roll and whatnot.
We serve the Alliance. We have to follow Arator, no matter where the rift leads.
Okay. How about we close the portal on Brick? I mean, what? Right? Oh.
Friend, this should protect you. Hold on, Arator!
Okay.
Umbric, help! It hurts!
This is a little silly. Okay.
What's this? Does the child of light drown in the void?
It's all happening again. I'm falling.
Focus, Arator. Find your center.
That is a little bit terrifying, I won't lie. I'm just gonna spam this.
Is this what they felt?
The void will tear you apart if you let it. Envision our escape in your mind's eye.
Foolish mortals! You cannot survive the void, whereas I am empowered by it!
Oh no. Did you see the CD Projekt team reuniting up with Blizzard only for Diablo, by the way? Oh, interesting. I wish they did it for Warcraft too. That'd have been amazing.
Arator, see the path to victory. How do we hit him hard and fast?
My shield! Take it! Now!
No!
Brace
No!
yourselves! We're getting out!
No!
Brace yourselves! We're getting out!
No! That line delivery killed me. That was great. No! Ah, brilliant. Oh, cutscene.
Arator, listen to me. The void cannot consume you if you maintain your focus. Concentrate.
Imagine if we added a fart sound effect to that.
Umbric, he called the Dark Well a gateway. Something like what we just passed through.
I had suspected as much. But to where?
My parents. They were unconscious when they fell in. There's no way they could have survived.
Do not let these possibilities overwhelm you. We have work to do.
There's only one possibility I'm interested in. Finding Xal'atath and ending this.
So did he lose? I think he lost his shield then there. Alright, that's a little bit... Wait, no. Nope. He still has his shield.
Zul'aman. We need to get our bearings and track down Antinorian.
Huh. So I wonder if Cathix is in the Broken Throne. I thought that Cathix was buried on the Coiled Isle, though.
Have you heard anything?
What just happened?
This isn't over.
I need a moment after what we just went through. I feel like my body is fighting with itself. But we're in a hostile territory. I can't just fall to enemies just because I had to jump in after him. We need to keep Umbric safe. Can you clear out the Twilight's Blade around us to give us room to recover? Oh wow, this quest line is still going.
We need to focus.
Jeez, I want it to end.
We embrace power.
We are lucky to have survived that tear through the void, but now we are presented with an opportunity. Antinorian must have gone... Oh, he's still alive. Somewhere in this direction, which is why we need to find ourselves no longer in Eversong. But we interrupted his journey, and he is still here somewhere. I can feel it like a chill along my spine. See if you can find any information from the Twilight's Blade here. What of the gateway that Antinorian spoke of? What of those Amani prophecies? Okay.
I sense Antinorian is still nearby. Investigate the cult's activities, while I try to determine where he's hiding.
Alright, yes. Stay a while and listen. I keep seeing visions of them falling away from me into the darkness, falling out of reach. I came here for certainty, for hope that they might be alive, but no matter how I plead, the light doesn't have the answer. Okay.
What was that place?
Nowhere, and everywhere in between. Antinorian blindly opened a rift into it, and you followed him without a second thought.
I couldn't let him get away. Not when he can tell us where Xal'atath's gone.
And how could you pursue Xal'atath if you yourself had been lost or torn apart?
True.
We are fortunate that you were able to maintain your sense of self for as long as you did.
Toward the end, I could feel...
Thank God someone's yelling at him.
Exactly. More like I was riding a wave without sinking beneath it.
That's usually the most one can hope for when dealing with the void. Keep that in mind, Arator.
Okay. Alright. At least someone's chastising Arator for the stupid stunt. I'll give him that. I don't know. It's really hard for me to care about Arator at all, though. Like, I like Umbric to an extent, to a degree, but not by a lot. Like, he's like... I'd give Umbric, like, probably a C+, maybe a C- on certain days. I did not like him in Battle for Azeroth, but... I will say War Within and Midnight have done a little bit of a better job of making me like him, at least. Hello. That fight was banging. I love the golem vibes. That was at least fun. I had no idea what I was doing for a little bit of it, but...
I believe I've located Antinorian. His newfound power makes him hard to miss.
Somehow, Antinorian returned.
Search the tomb of the Prophet. We must discover how to resurrect Xal'atath's greatest champion.
Oh, yep. Yep. They are trying to revive Kha'Thix. I mean, we already kind of knew that, but that's just kind of more confirmation, really. Also, they at least gave Erator some discernible flaws? Sure. I like that, at least. At least he's not Mr., you know, perfect all the time. That would have been... I mean, he's already, like, a very grating character, but, you know. I really like Umbric, that's why I have a White Elf. Huh. That's nice. I'm not really the biggest fan of White Elves, but they've grown on me more than they did in Legion. So, like I said, give them that. Ah. I hate being small because I fall off my chair. Okay, there's more Twilight Blade. Oh. You will never find the rest. I'm guessing that guy was a questing mob for something else. I don't remember what it was, though. Okay. We need one more cultist. Yeah, small king. Hell yeah. That's me. It's so weird seeing, like, Quel'theran cultists. Like, it makes sense, but...
The Dark General and its armies will swarm the land, sky, and sea. But first, we must learn what keeps it sealed away.
And we just removed it. Womp womp.
These wretched trolls and their pathetic magic. When their ritual fails, the General will be free to return.
Sometimes I really wish Warcraft wasn't too obvious sometimes. Like, I think I predicted this plot, like, months ago? And that was before this questline was even data mined, I'm pretty sure. Ah, well. Nope, I gotta kill this guy again. Alright, where are you guys? Oh, they're down there. I didn't even go to the right place.
Greetings, traveler.
So Xal'atath opened a gateway through the Darkwell, and Twilight's Blade are awaiting the arrival of some Dark General. How do they know it is coming, and where will it appear? This is growing more complicated by the moment, and more alarming. A regular Blue Sky post on some, calling Thrall a Mary Sue. That... I don't think that was from very recent, then. I don't really see Thrall as a Mary Sue type at all. While it's become painfully predictable, it's getting frustrating. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely hoping that after Last Titan, we can kind of get back into a level of unpredictability. Like, I really like it when I can't predict everything in WoW.
Shadows watch over you.
To an extent, obviously. I like when things are on the nose, but, like, they're good on the nose, like it's a good reveal that's like, oh, I predicted that, and it's like a positive thing, then that's awesome, but I'd say, like, the Zul'aman stuff is where you know, when the predictability is not good.
Is there a lead?
Thank you, I think I've got a hold over my senses now. It's so strange, Antinorian called me a child of light, and yet... Erator looks at his hands, pondering.
I won't stop hunting.
All paths are
I've been able to trace where Antinorian fled. He is more powerful than he was before, after that jaunt through the void space. Fortunately, this makes him easy to track. He's below us, in an open cavity underground. I can open a portal there. Umbric grants us over to Eretor. I hope that he can put an end to this, and Eretor is no worse for the wear. When we started this, I thought we would find a few scrolls, uncover their plans, and put a stop to it ourselves. I did not anticipate this. Calling Thrall and Mary Sue really shows their ignorance towards his character. Oh, absolutely. Like, Thrall is a very flawed character, is the thing. He's not perfect, he's got flaws. Like, he's a champion for sure, but, like, plenty of Warcraft has champions. Like, that's kind of the point. Like, I feel like Thrall put the work in to become the shaman he is today. He put the work in to become the warrior he is today. Like, there's not really a moment where I question Thrall's ability to do something. Like, obviously I think there was a point in Cataclysm where I was like, holy shit. But like, Malfurion rightfully pointed out before a lot of his moments is, Malfurion was like, holy shit, you've grown powerful, Thrall. He didn't say that actually, but you know. Thrall's balls is the true Mary Sue. Exactly. He made Garrosh Warchief, exactly. That's the biggest flaw he ever did.
Maintain focus.
It sounds like bringing back this Dark General is the cult's ultimate goal.
Indeed. And I wager that Antinorian knows how they intend to do it.
Alright, it's portal time. Let's go gadget. Tomb of Munjin.
Still you give chase. Your search ends with your death.
Oh.
He's more powerful than before. Careful.
He had an upgrade.
You fall right into my trap.
No! Eretor, what are you doing? It just happened. But I can see into his mind.
Okay.
There's a giant monstrosity and a name, Kithix.
Didn't take much for us to figure this out. Lord Antinorian, are you dead? He's defeated.
I know not where Xal'atath has gone, but I do know that with Ula'tek slain, Kithix is free to rise again. You will drown in blood!
This ends now!
You will drown in blood.
I kind of liked that moment where he turned back to the little tiny baby thing.
All this time, Ula'tek was preventing Kithix from being resurrected. And now there's nothing left to stop its return.
Nothing. Except us. We need to report back to Silvermoon. Now.
I doubt Kithix is going to be the final boss of Midnight. That makes no sense. But, I do think Kithix will be a boss of some kind for sure. I was wistfully blind to Garrosh's raging red flags. Oof. I picked up on them pretty immediately in Wrath and Cataclysm, but hey. Alright.
Have you heard anything?
It's all a trap. Ula'tek's death will only unleash something worse. The Twilight's Blade knew this, and we were blind. I was blind.
This isn't over.
Eretor quietly sieves. We need to tell Lorthamar what we've learned, not because I want to stop looking for Xal'atath, but this is important. Let's leave Zul'aman and return to Silvermoon. What's this? Is that like a... Is this a new model? I think it is. Okay.
nothing gets
Arator, what you did in that tomb.
I know. And you can lecture me later. We need to warn Lor'themar of what we've learned.
Thrall was willingly blind to Garrosh's raiding red flags. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, true. I think it's interesting that Arator rides on a Sunreaver Dragonhawk. I don't think that works for him at all, but sure. I'm kind of surprised that he doesn't ride on the Light Phoenix. Or not Light Phoenix, the, it's the store-bought mount that you get for Midnight. Dragonhawk. See if I can find it. Yeah, this one. I'm surprised he doesn't ride on this, because there's a light version and a midnight version. I feel like, and this kind of matches his color scheme too a little bit. I don't know. Sunriver Dragonhawk just doesn't seem like something Arator should ride. Even that is an example that Thrall is not a Marisu. Pretty big flaw, yeah. He also loses a lot. Like, one of, like, his few matches against Garrosh, he's lost against, obviously, the Makara being the differing outcome there, but he loses against him in the Siege of Orgrimmar. He lost against Manaroth back in the day. Like, Thrall is, I would say Thrall is not a Marisu. I think that's silly. I think that's very silly. I don't know how much of the quest line is left, but I'm assuming this is it.
The Amani's recklessness has placed us all in danger. I should have sent troops into Zul'aman.
Yep. Thrall's weak and Rexxar should take over. I'm conflicted. I'm very conflicted.
I proudly serve as
Ula'tek shakes his head. Arator is strong, headstrong sometimes, but we must focus on what immediately is before us. With Ula'tek's death, something even worse emerges on our borders. We must be ready. Ula'tek's expression hardens. With all the forces that we can muster. You know, I'm curious why, because, like, technically, Ula'tek overpowered Kithix, right? So, by that logic, shouldn't Ula'tek be a worse threat than Ula'tek, than Kithix? Rexxar must merge with World's Draenor Rexxar and become Super Rexxar and defeat Xal'atath and Eridikron. I see. Of course, it's the Amani's fault, right? Right? It's not really. I mean, actually, when you think about it, the Amani kept Kithix buried for this long. When you think about it that way. And we're the ones that killed it. So, you know, it technically we're at fault here, really. If you wanna go down that tread of technicalities or whatever.
Our strength lies
As much as I want to pursue Xal'atath, I can't abandon Quel'thelas or Zul'aman in a time of need. You have my blade.
facing evil at great personal cost. You are your mother's son, Arator.
Yeah, so Kithix would probably be a danger to the Amani too. I'm curious. I'm sure the Amani will still play a part in the story, but yeah. That would be a really good time to bring Zul'aman back. Yeah.
Baladash Malinore.
Arator shows quality of his character, setting aside his crusade against Xal'atath to focus on this threat. But I know eventually he will return to his aim, and nothing short of death will stop him.
Umbric, something has changed in Arator. What happened out there?
At least the Arator's theme's playing. The good one.
Rift in the fabric of reality. To survive it, I had to give Arator a haphazard lesson in how to manipulate the void.
But Arator is a paladin of the light. How could he do that without causing a violent reaction?
I'm tempted to attribute it to sheer luck. Yet both you and I know that Arator possesses a willpower like few others. Though he does not wield the Void, I suspect his determination to find Xal'atath gives him the strength to withstand its presence, even while calling upon the light.
Let us hope that remains to be true. I've seen what happens when those two forces collide. There is a reason Turalyon and Ilaria so often drift apart.
And Arator is son to both of them, perhaps in more ways than one. I will keep an eye on him and guide him when he needs it. Arator has touched the Void, and that seldom happens only once.
True. Okay. Well, that was that. Is that all the chapters? Yep, that's all the chapters done. That was the Curse of Ula'tek's main campaign, I guess. Do you think the quest might be foreshadowing a Void or Twilight Paladin spec? I think at the very least it's possible. I mean, I think people have always wanted a Void Paladin. Obviously, I think that would be a very much a DPS spec. That makes the most sense to me. I mean, they could also... I mean, that could be a new hero talent if they wanted to go that route. Sure. But, yeah, that was, the Curse of Ula'tek's main campaign. That was the patch for now. As I've said many times, I think it had a good start, but not a very good finish at all. I'm curious where the story will go next with Kha'Thix and whatnot. That's always made the most sense. I always thought that we would be seeing him in some form now that Ula'tek's been dealt with. But, I'm more so curious to see what the Amani, if they'll have a bigger story still, because we kind of just did an Amani patch, but Arator's words there makes me think that we'll still see Kha'Thix probably rip out of Zul'aman at some point, and, be a problem for the Amani, for at least a little bit. I think that what will happen is he will, what makes sense to me is I think that they obviously buried Ula'tek and Kha'Thix in the same spot on the Coiled Isle. So I think that Kha'Thix will probably burst out from this mountainside or something, and he'll, like, rush out from the waters into Zul'aman and then crash into it. And then go into Eversong and probably try to do something in Eversong. I don't know. We'll see. I think that it would be really cool if we see Kha'Thix go to the World Core, though. Wish you all well. Yeah, we're going to be ending the stream. Thank you all for joining me for another stream. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'm still figuring some stuff out. But maybe next week. I mean, next week will probably be the last week I will be present for a bit, because I will be going to BlizzCon this year. So next week I will be doing some BlizzCon prep stuff, I believe. Actually, let me double check on that. Is it next week? No, it isn't next week. But we're getting there. We're getting close. No, I think it is next week. I'm right. Yeah, next week. Alright. The Amani should have a role in killing Kha'Thix. He's integral to their lore. Oh, absolutely. I agree. Later. Alright, later, guys. I'll see you all when I see you.